Hey there, it's Walt. I just finished an astoundingly good book by Eric Larson called The Splendid and the Vile. It's the recounting of the bombing of London during World War II and the leadership of Winston Churchill through that period of time. And in one of his great speeches, Churchill told the British people, never give in. Never, 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 never give in nothing great or small, large or petty. Never give in. And it's an interesting time to read the Churchill story and to read about his leadership and to read about his tenacity and his resilience and his drive to overcome the odds. During this pandemic, there is so much sadness, so much fear, so much despair, so much loss, so much discouragement. I look around at the entrepreneurs who are discouraged, the retailers who are discouraged, the businesses that are failing, and the people who just want to give up, to give in. And it's easy. I know I experienced some of that fatigue and that despair. I love to travel. I love to adventure. And this period of time has been so frustrating for that. I want to go and see my new granddaughter who I haven't seen yet. I want to check in with my dad and see my kids and spend time with dear friends. And that's not been possible because we've been locked down in this time. And so I get the discouragement and the despair and how easy it is to want to just throw in the towel some days. It's really, really tiring. And I know that what we are capable of is so much more than we even dream is possible. I learned this lesson on my second ultramarathon. It was the Vermont 50-miler, 50 miles through the Green Mountains of Vermont, up and down more than 9,000 vertical feet. And I remember the moment in the race. It was at mile 32 where I sat down in the mud and I wept because I was convinced that my body couldn't go any further and my mind was certainly spent. And I got up after changing out my shoes and my socks and getting some hydration and some fuel. I stood back up and staggered into the woods and then slowly began to run again. And 18 miles later, I was able to cross the finish line, 50 miles, which, by the way, is a long way to run. But what I discovered there was that we have vast reserves inside of us that we do not know, that we cannot even begin to imagine, that we can tap into when we're feeling that existential weariness. And as we face into these next months where it appears as if this thing that has plagued us, literally plagued us for months and months and caused so much damage and destruction and loss, as we face in, know that you have so much more to give. You have so much more drive, so much more within you, so many more resources than you can possibly imagine. And yes, from time to time, we'll sit down in the dirt and cry, and we'll have to change out our shoes and our socks, and we'll have to fuel back up, and we'll stagger back forward. But together we will prevail. We will never give in, never give in, never give in. Stay the course, keep the faith, never give in. Make it a great rest of the day, great rest of the week. Bye for now.